I've moved there because of the Red Rocks. I moved there because it feels good to be there. I'm a good husband of my family. I'm a good husband of my environment. Okay? The regulations that we have right now are sending millions of jobs to China. They dump raw sewage in their rivers. Raw sewage. We haven't done that in 200 years. So these feel-good environmental policies send jobs overseas. I want to bring growth and responsible development here to my district. That's where jobs are created. Thank you.
Rusty?
We had a similar situation with the mountains near Scottsdale. When I was in the legislature, I did want them for free. We wanted to preserve them. And we set up a system where Scottsdale could purchase the land. It's all of our land. It's as much my land as your land as a citizen of Sedona. And if Sedona wants to take X amount of either a particular feature or landmark or a particular area, it should be appraised and they can pay for it. And then it belongs to Sedona. And they can put their money where their mouth is. But it belongs to every American, not just the people of Sedona. And that's how it is with all of national holdings. I'm stuck in a pickle because I was double booked tonight, and I'm now let's see, almost 45 minutes late to the other one. But I'd like to ask if I could cede the rest of my time to my colleagues for the decisions and questions. But I really have to go, and I beg your apologies for that. But I really do need to go.
Well,
Thank you
for
so
coming.
much.
Thank you for your participation.
Thank you.
Paul?
I just agree with you 100%. He's going to be.
I agree to look at that oversight only with the following premises. Number one is that there's just compensation for anything that's privately owned within that designation. Number two is that there's proper oversight that is mixed both locally and federally. It does not allow the federal government solely by itself to make the decisions on the land allocations. We have to get over this notion that to be conservative doesn't allow for proper stewardship of the land and for our environment. Locals know what goes on, federal government doesn't. If you don't have local involvement, you have the whims of the federal government to allow schools and other entities within the federal system to utilize that land at their whim. We all must participate in that designation. Thank you.
Thank you. Joe?
I guess then it makes it a clear contrast here, because I would be the only candidate to disagree. I don't believe in the national scenic area designation. I think we don't need any more federal control over any of our land. If this was something that could be done at the state level, that would be fine. And proper stewardship, we don't need somebody 2,000 miles away controlling our lands. It's going to lead to additional strings. It's the growth of the federal government. Make it clear. I'm the only true conservative here. I want to reduce the size and scope of the federal government, and that starts at designation of the national scenic area. I would vehemently oppose it.
Okay. Our next question is, how
I
do you...
object to the true conservatism. What's your favorite Bill Buckley book? Name one.
God Manigail.
That's not fair.
That was his first.
Please. You don't want to try to out-conservatize me, please.
Our next question is, how do you address your Republican colleagues who have gone to the dark side by becoming willing contributors to Washington's business as usual attitude? And it looks like we start this time with Tom.
You mean the liberals like Senator McCain? The guys that you can't tell the difference between that and Ann Kirkpatrick? That's why I support J.D. Hayworth, a fiscal conservative, who I don't agree with on everything, but we need to reassert true Bill Buckley, Thomas Paine conservatism. We must. We must differentiate ourselves from the Democrats by being true conservatives. The Democratic Party has moved hard left for decades. Obama's just accelerated. This has been their plan for decades, to have one big fat government and we all work for them. Obamacare is just one example